Now we will add a middleware to select a business. So whenever user logged into system or registered, so basically we'll give option to select that particular business. If a user has multiple businesses, if a user is having single business associated with it, then that business will get auto selected and we'll put that into a session ID. And if user directly registered from this form and has no business, then we will redirect him to this home page where he will select that particular plan, and then business detail will be filled up, and then this business will associate it with that particular user. So once we add this middleware, we will have that option. So basically whenever we are checking this rules and permissions features, so we will have that business ID in our session to check that. And while having that global scope, so data for that selected business will be shown, all the rules and anything that is associated with that business only will be shown to that user, and then we'll give option to basically switch to business if a particular user has multiple businesses. So likewise, to add middleware, so basically we can go to this Laravel middleware site. So here they have given this how to add this middleware. So I will just write it down. So PHP artisan make middleware. So I want to create a middleware to select business, so I will name it as a select business. So I will hit enter. So it has created one middleware. So in app http middleware select business, this one is created. Now basically here we can add whatever the we want to add in our middleware. So who don't know what is middleware, so middleware will basically can be added in between the processes. Like if we want to add a middleware to route to check something, like auth middleware to check if user is authenticated or not. So for that we have that by default authentication middleware, verified middleware, other middleware. So similarly it's here. So to just show, I will just add here dd and this string. Okay, so right now there is no issue nothing, this middleware is not getting called. So we have to add that middleware. So in web.php routes web.php we will add that middleware here for authenticated urls. So to add middleware, we can copy the syntax from this Laravel site where they have given this for route. So we want to add this for route. So we will add this. So here they have used this one. So I will just copy this one and I will paste it here. Our middleware name is select business, and then basically for this route, so authenticated routes, we will add one more middleware here. So that will be our select business and then this class. So same syntax they have used. They have used this for ensure token is invalid. So basically they have used middleware, a single middleware. If you want to add multiple middleware, so we can use this array of middlewares. Okay, so I will just add it here. So select business and select business. So middleware is there, but it will be called for basically after registration. So I will just register one user here, and basically it will not have any business associated with it because we are registering a user from here. So no business selection or anything. I will just register. So you can see there is this triple S. So once user logged in for this dashboard URL, so you can see there is this dashboard URL. So this middleware is getting called. So to add some functionality, so I will just use this whatever the authenticated user. So auth user, and then we will get the businesses of that user. So right now there will be the 0 businesses. So I will just add dd, and to see that particular count how many businesses he has registered, we can check like this. So I will refresh it. So it's a 0. So what I will do, if there is these zero businesses, then we will redirect him to the home page. So if equal to 0, and then basically we will redirect him, so it will be a return redirect, something like that. And we are redirecting not for home, so I will just add slash here. I can add slash. I will just check this if it's working. So we are getting redirect to register, so basically home page. If I again go to register, it's already logged in, so it's coming back. If I go to login, it will again come back to this home page only. But once he come back to this page, we have to show this particular liveware model. So for that reason, I will do one thing. I will add a query, so it will be register equal to true, or we can means we can add anything. So I will just see if this is working fine. So I will go to login, so I will just check this URL. So register equal to true. Then we'll do one thing for that particular model. I will add that condition. So I will go to this liveware business, then basically register. Here you can see there is this particular show form is false, so we have to make it true. On which condition? Basically if there is this data for request, then it will be like this. So I will add a request facade here, so dollar request, and to add this request I will have to add that. So I will just go here, lead control, I will copy this and I will add it here. So request will come, and then we'll check that if request register equal to true, and then if request and register equal to true. Basically it's a string, it's not uh, it's not a boolean or something like that. So I will just add it here. You can add anything, any variable or something, any parameter. So I will just make this show form is it true. So dollar this, then show form equal to true, and then I will see if it's working or not. So I'll go to login. So now we are getting this register equal to true, that's why this getting shown. So if I go to register, so once user register, he will be redirected to this page and this will be shown. So he has to select that particular business, then next, and then basically add business details, and basically then next. So we can do one thing, this details will not be needed once user is authenticated. So once this click next, we can sign up this business and add business to that particular user. Okay, and similarly for middleware we can do if there is a single business. So I will go to this middleware. So if I will just add this count in a variable, so dollar business count equal to, okay, and then if business count equal to 0. So before that I will add if dollar business count equal to 1 if there is a single business, and I will add this to else if. Okay, if there is single business, we will directly add that business to session. Okay, so I will just write comment here, add to session. Okay, and if there is 0, if there are multiple, then basically we can redirect him to select that particular businesses. So we'll create that liveware component, all these things, but right now we'll focus on adding this middleware in this video. Okay, so business count is 1, add to session business, and then if count 0, we have forwarded it to this particular thing. Okay, and now let's try this. Once business detail is filled if user is authenticated, we will directly assign that particular business. So I'll go to this one, register. Okay, then if user add this step 3, means we have validated business. Once business is validated, then we'll check if user is authenticated. Okay, so auth. So to check authenticated user, I will just see what's easy syntax they have given. So authentication. Okay, install login let's check if user authenticated or not. So I will ask ChatGPT to Laravel check if user is authenticated in Livewire component. Okay, so auth check is the function we can use. So I will just use this one. Okay, so if auth check, else we don't need, so it will be like this. So before that, what we are doing, this particular uh, business data, then creating business, then hash, password, user, and all these things. So business we have to create. So I will just use this same thing. So I will have to add this in some other function, so it will be easy. For now, I will just copy this thing. I will paste it here. Rather than copying, I will just create a new function. So that will be good thing to do. So I will create public function add business, and then I will paste it here. So what it will do, current date time, formatted date time, business data, then it will get this business data and it will create a business. So this should return that business. So basically I will just add here return this one. So add business. So I will use this function here, $this, then add business. So we will have that business, and same will be used in this. If user is already authenticated and business detail it filled, so business add detail, then we don't need to create this hash password for users and all these things. Hash password and user creation already done. So we will do this thing, user business attach business ID. So I will just add it here. So here we will take this auth user, then this businesses, then we'll attach this particular business ID and we'll redirect to basically dashboard. We can redirect. So dashboard route is there. I will just check name dashboard is there. So we'll just redirect to dashboard. So now we'll see if it's working fine or not. So we already have that particular user registered. Okay, so whenever he goes login, register, or any authenticated page, he will be redirected to this page. He has to select a plan. So we will select a basic plan. Next, we will add this business detail, paste business, and we'll select the industry. And once we click next, let's see. So there is this issue, auth not found. So for that, I can use like this, or I can use here as a use auth. So we are using auth here, so I will just write it here like this. No, we are using 2 times, so let's use auth, save, then basically get selected, then next, business name, taste, industry, then next. So trial period, there is some other issue. Okay, selected plan, trial period days, undefined array key. Okay, user directly comes without selecting this plan, so we are not getting the complete data of that plan, so we have to add that plan data here. Okay, so for that reason I will add one function. So this selected plan dot then id is getting selected. So I will try one function. So that function is basically whenever we change the variable from liveware, so is updated function. Okay, so for that I will use this one, updated. Okay, so if means I don't know name will work or not, so updated select plan, it will work, but for this nested variable I have to check this one. So updated, then plan, so updated selected plan. Okay, then I will just add here. So whenever the plan is getting selected, so this function will get called. Function update plan selected, I will just write dd to check. So I will try to change this plan. Okay, but I will have to make this as a live. So in registered wire model and dot live. So whenever we selecting, it's getting called. Okay, now we'll do one thing. We'll add that conditions there. So in register, if this then selected plan id will be there, but if name is not there. Okay, so if not is set, so this name will not be set, then we will have this td, and basically we will select that particular thing. So okay, so for selecting that particular plan and then converting it to array, so we'll do one thing. So we have this plan already here, so dollar plan equal to plan, then find, we will have that selected plan id, so we will select that. Okay, then I will just dd this dollar plan. So this is actually object of that particular, so you can see everything is there. So I will make it to array, so we'll check this function is fine. So now this will be converted. Now we will add this to our selected plan. So dollar selected plan equal to this one, so this array will be added there. Okay, then basically if someone goes from here, still it will have that particular thing. Okay, so now if I go login or register, I have this one. Now plan will be selected, then I will go next, I will select the business name, then particular industry, then next. So now still trial period dates is not there. Let me check. Okay, this, then selected plan. So select, next, name, chemicals, next. Now this basically new business is created for that registered user, and basically he is logged in with that particular business. So actually we also don't need this condition, because this from wherever user is coming, whenever this particular id is changing for that plan, that plan name, trial period days and everything needs to be changed. So I will just remove this one. So this is not required for any change in plan id. Plan needs to be changed, so I will just remove this. I will save this. Basically in next video we'll do one thing. We will add that options, means we will add into session. So this session means business id from session will be used for our auth service provider, means app service provider, to check that particular business role permission. And basically we will add this to Laravel global scope, so only the data related to that business will be shown to that user. And then basically we can, if there are multiple businesses associated with a single user, then we will show option to select a business